lie on your back with your hips as close to the chair as possible. Your legs are resting on the chair with your knees directly over your hips. Your knees are not in front of your hips. We want a pillow to ensure that the calves and the muscles of the lower legs are supported as well. If you're on an object that's too low, you're going to have a lot of space behind your legs and the object won't be able to support you, so both legs are going to fall out to the side. If it's a nice, good height, you're going to feel really nice and rested and supported without any effort or energy spent keeping your legs here. So place a pillow underneath your calves to allow them to rest comfortably without any tension or work. Let's take your yoga block or a pillow folded in half and place it right between your knees. From here, we're going to start really slowly squeezing both knees inwards against the block or pillow, holding that contraction for a second and then relaxing. Then squeezing inward, hold for a second and then relax. And you can try and follow me with this rhythm here and this pace over the next 2 to 3 minutes. Just squeezing with both knees, hold for a second and release. Squeeze, hold, release. And we're going really slow here. The goal is not to get 100 of these in. We're trying to teach both hips how to work together. So we're going really slowly and really mindfully. And close your eyes if you want. Connect with your breath. Nice, slow breathing into the diaphragm. Keep your breathing going as you squeeze the block or the pillow, hold and release. And if at any time you stop breathing or it becomes shallow or your abs tighten up, bring your attention back to your breath. Take a deep breath in and start the squeezes again. Here we're targeting the main muscles of the hip, which also share a very close proximity in space with your diaphragm, the muscles that help you breathe. So it's not uncommon for people to use their hip flexors, as you're doing here, and to hold their breath. It tends to be a one or other function. Either people are breathing or the hips are functioning. And a lot of us train this in workouts as well. So here in this exercise, we get to unwind this negative compensation pattern. Discover your breath and then learn how to squeeze your hips at the same time as you maintain a nice, gentle, slow breath. Breathe and squeeze. And your breath should be rhythmic, nice and slow and gentle while you're squeezing the block on and off. We're just coming up to 2 minutes here. Pay attention to what your lower back is doing as well. Is it having to change position? Are you trying to press your lower back into the ground just to move your hips? If you are, then this is you trying to alter your spine position just to find your hip muscles. So if that's you, then I want you to just squeeze hard enough to where you feel your spine not really move, your pelvis doesn't move, and the only thing moving is a little bit of rotation in the head of the hip socket. So every time you squeeze in, the hips move just a little bit in the hip socket. The pelvis remains still, the lower back remains still. And great job, that was 3 minutes.